Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
I just want to stay.
Hello everybody and welcome to Watch Me Go Broke. Now today's review is of the Seestern 62MAS or MAS Homage on the bracelet. Now I waited to get this watch because I wanted to get it when it came on a bracelet because I'm a bracelet guy, as you guys know. So I generally don't buy watches that are not on a bracelet because I feel like it's a little more versatile. You can take it off, you know, put it on whatever mood you are in. But on my wrist today is going to be the Seestern Doxa Homage, and I have this on for a good reason because we're going to do some comparisons. And here is today's watch. This is the Seestern 62MAS Homage. It is homaging, I believe, Seiko's first diver watch that they ever made, so it doesn't exist anymore. I'm going to actually give you some live specs here. I've got my caliper, it's back working. Let me get it all zeroed out. So let's check the specs. So the case size is going to be 38. I think that is with the bezel there. So 38.2 case size, if I can do it. Boy, I'm such a dummy sometimes. Let me see if I can get it without the case there. So you're looking at 37. So 37 is what they say, but 38 with that bezel. A thickness of, oopsie doodle, 13.9. It's about, I guess, 14 millimeters thick. A lug-to-lug without the bracelet is going to be 46 and a half. Oop, yep, there we go, 46 and a half. Oh, shoot. Gosh, this is so hard to do on camera. Yeah, about 46 and a half. So good lug-to-lug there. But now let's check the lug-to-lug with the bracelet here, because I think that's what everybody wants to see. And it is a massive 53 millimeters across. So that is going to be a deal breaker for a lot of guys. And of course, you've got a 20 millimeter lug width there. The bracelet doesn't appear to taper visually, but it does. So right out of the gate of the lugs, it is 19. And then it does taper down to about 17.9, so but we'll say 18 at the clasp, and then back up to 22. No, that's not right. 21.4 at the clasp. So weird dimensions there. So you've got an all 316L stainless steel case, sapphire glass with blue anti-reflective coating. That looks really good. Ceramic bezel insert, and I ordered the fully loomed bezel insert, and this came not fully loomed. It is just the loom pip. And then I get a lot of flack in the comments when I always mention this. They say, well, you got to select it. You got to select it. Guys, here's my receipt, okay? So you can see that I'm not entirely stupid. I did select the one that I wanted. They sent me the wrong one. I'm not worried about it because the only two outcomes of this would be for me to send the watch back completely and get a new one with the insert on, or they send me the insert, then I gotta pop off the bezel, take the insert out, change it. I'm not worried about that. I didn't get this watch for that. I got it for the bracelet. So zooming in on the dial, and it is a good looking dial. That is a red fume dial. So you can see it's dark around the edges and it gets brighter in the middle. The red on this, it's hard to get the color correct on camera, but it really is beautiful. You've got the Seestern logo just printed below the 12 o'clock. I think that looks great. And above the 6 o'clock, automatic 200M. So this is a 200 meter dive watch, or dive stop. Yeah, dive watch. That's what it is. Yeah, you can take a swim with it. So let's check the bezel action. So it's plasticky, but it's good. Virtually no back play. The action on it is nice. It's tight, but not too tight. It's much better than what is on my San Martin, but of course I've got one of the earlier San Martin 62MAS homages, so maybe they've improved that there. So let's see if it lines up. No, it doesn't. It does not line up. In the unboxing video, I said that it did because I was looking on camera, but it doesn't. It's about 0.5 millimeter off in either direction. It's not that noticeable when you're wearing it, but again, that's a quality control issue that needs to be addressed most definitely. So the watch is powered by the Seiko NH35. Great movement. If you can get a watch with an NH35 in it, I think you're doing good. I know there's production problems with those, so they're kind of hard to come by, but this one does have it, so no problems with the movement there. So unscrewing the crown, and it's very smooth. There's no issues there at all. Winding the watch, it doesn't really pop, just a little bit of a pop there. Winding the watch, no problem. Pull it out to the time setting position here. So it does hack. Going around the dial there, no real issues there, but the action pretty good, changes right at 12 there. One thing I did notice, and this is again a quality control issue here, is let me line it up to 6 o'clock for you here so you can see. So getting it right at 6 o'clock there, and it's off. It is not aligned. The hour hand is not aligned with the 6 o'clock marker. That is, I'm not going to say inexcusable, but, you know, so you already got 2 alignment issues on this already. So at this point, I'm starting to get a little concerned. Now, looking at the crown, it's a good-looking crown, Seestern logo there. It is a pretty thick crown. Let me see where we're at on the crown here as far as the thickness goes. So you are at a 6.3 millimeter crown, so pretty big. There's a cat hair on there or something. Let me go. There we go. Got that off. Yeah, nice. So substantial crown. But another thing that I've noticed is that there is a substantial amount of wobble. Like, we're not talking Vostok quality wobble there, but that is that's pretty concerning. That needs to be addressed for sure. That's an issue. Screwing it. Well, let me set it to the magic 1010. Screwing it back down. I always go backwards a little bit, and then I screw it in. Oh, come on, come on, engage, engage. All right, I don't know what is going on here. Usually I don't have this much trouble, but okay, well, let me just try this. Nope, see, I almost cross-threaded it there. You got to be very careful with stuff like this. Oh, gosh. There we go. Heard that little click, and then you can wind it in. Winding it in, pretty smooth, not gritty at all, no big deal. And taking a look at the case back with yet another hair. I don't know what is going on. It's a good-looking case back. It's got that wave there with the starfish throwing itself into the wave. You've got stainless steel, 20 ATM, sapphire crystal, the serial number there, automatic movement, all stainless there. So screw-down case back. It is a good-looking case back. I have no issues with that whatsoever. So why you tuned in was the bracelet. Okay, so you've got a stainless steel bracelet here. It is screw pins. So, I mean, most everyone likes screw pins. I'm not a massive fan of them. I think, you know, you got some issues that you can have there with cross-threading and stuff like that. No big deal. As I said, it is a, I believe, it's not a 3-link bracelet. It's sort of a faux 3-link. It just seems like, well, I guess it is, but... you know, this they don't articulate, the side links don't articulate. It is high polished on the sides. And then the clasp, so your standard milled fold over clasp, it has 6 micro adjustments there with a fold over little latch there. Little loose on that deal there. Seestern logo etched into that. 4 micro adjusts. I mean, you're going to be able to get the perfect fit. All right, so let's address the elephant in the room. 53 lug to lug. That is going to really mess a lot of guys up here. Here it is out in the natural world on my large wrist, 7.5. You know, it looks okay on me because I'm fat, okay? But if you have a wrist that's 7.25 and below, I think you're gonna have a hard time wearing this on the bracelet. The bracelet, it feels like an afterthought. It was an afterthought. I don't know why this latch is polished. It just doesn't go. Like it sticks out. This clasp is very bulky, 21 mil, you know, width there. It just doesn't go with the size of the watch. It's far too large. It's not overly thick. I would really like to see them go with the size of something that the Doxa Homage has. And let me grab that so you can see. So here's the clasp on the Doxa Homage. It's a little bit thicker, but it's much smaller, and it is just a friction fit clasp. So you can see there, it is much smaller. I think this would definitely be better on this for sure, and even like the thickness and the size of the bracelet, it's too big for this watch, without a doubt. It's way too large. Let's check out the lume. And the lume is really good. I have no issues with the lume here. Of course, I would have liked to get what I ordered, the loomed, fully loomed bezel insert. Didn't get it. Doesn't really bother me that much, but you got that lume pip looking good. And you've got, of course, the loomed date wheel, which I think is really great that they're doing this loomed date wheel. I think it looks fantastic. Really cool. You never know when you need to know what day it is or date it is in the dark. So what do I like about this watch? Well, I think that it is a beautiful looking watch, without a doubt. I do like the size, but that's ruined by the bracelet, okay? Well, let me get to that in a bit. So great looking watch. I think where this really shines is off the bracelet, on a rubber strap or on a NATO strap. I think you're gonna want to go that route with this particular watch. I think the head of the watch, there's no real issues there, but it isn't as well constructed as the Doxa version that they do. This is very well done as far as construction quality. Everything about it is light years above what this is. So if you're deciding between the two, this one, the quality is much better. I do like, you know, the lume is good, lume date wheel is good, the action on the bezel is good, even though it doesn't align. You know, I like this style of watch a lot. I really do. So, yeah, I mean, dial, obviously, really great. What do I not like about this watch? Well, I'm massively disappointed in the bracelet. I would have liked to see friction pins. If they're trying to save money, you know, friction pins, maybe put those in, give us a little bit of a better clasp. It's got to be smaller. It's got to either taper more, or they got to redo the, you know, the end links or something into female end links for this to really work, for me to recommend this. I just can't, in its current state. I can't recommend this watch. I can't recommend that you get it on the bracelet. The quality control issues, you know, I'm trying to keep the price in mind because it is a cheaper watch, but you can get better watches from different companies, you know, San Martin, things like that don't really have too many quality control issues. Maybe I just got a lemon, but, you know, I've heard things that maybe some other guys are kind of going through this other thing, you know, or similar things. And the bracelet, one guy contacted me on YouTube, and he said he ordered the bracelet separately for his watch, this watch that he already had. And I don't know if it was version 1 or not, but he said it didn't fit. Like, he had trouble fitting it. I'm not sure. I have had this off I've had the watch off the bracelet. Putting it back on, it wasn't that big of a deal for me. I did have to kind of maneuver oh my gosh, what are those called? The spring bars. I had to, move one with a spring bar tool to kind of get it back in the hole. I don't know if that was the issue with this gentleman. I'm not sure, but he said it didn't fit, so I don't know if you guys are running into the same deal. But this watch looks great on paper, but I'm afraid in person I can't recommend this on the bracelet. I think, you know, you're okay if you get it on the rubber strap or something along those lines, but the bracelet is just not good, guys. So that is what I have today. I hope this helped you make your decision, and I will see you next time.